I actually said, okay, I will go in to demystify this. And I went into the clinic and I did intermuscular, which is just a shot in the arm.
Yeah, it's a rocket ship.
I tried to stay as conscious as I could and explain the feelings as I was starting to go into la la land.
Are you going to share marble mouth moments?
Yeah, 100%. There's all that in there. So, but this
it is an anesthetic. Doesn't generally help your TED talk.
I had to stop and restart the same sentence like 5 times. But I will tell you the reason why I did this is very simply because of my friend that was suffering from severe depression, that she knew me personally. And she's like, I saw you do this and I saw it have a positive benefit. And I am not recommending anyone to do this, but there is a subset of people out there that are suffering, that are seriously contemplating like horrible things. Yeah. And I just want them to check it out and also see what a high quality clinic looks like.
Yeah.
Like don't go to the chiropractor. Just look inside of.
So sorry I said that.
Yeah. No, but it's true though. Like let's not say chiropractors, but people that have access to this compound. Yeah. Don't go to them. Like you should have a real legitimate doctor. There should be a real legitimate intake. There should be blood pressure cuffs. There should be heart rate monitors. There should be all the real things that come with a legitimate practice. And so I wanted to demystify it a bit. It's going to be controversial. It's coming out soon. But, you know, I think I'm on the right side of history here. Yeah. I think that like this will help a lot of people. It's not for everyone. But if you're really, really suffering and you tried everything else, all the exercise, all the antidepressants, and you still want to do harm, like maybe consider.
Yeah,
you know?
For suicidal ideation, I mean, there are many resources that we could recommend. I mean, we're not doctors. We're not doctors. We're not medical doctors. Yeah, I almost offed myself in college. So, I mean, if you search some practical thoughts on suicide in my name, there will be a long post that will walk you through my history with this. But if someone's contemplating self-harm, serious self-harm, then I do think of all the interventions I have seen in clinic, that's the operative term, ketamine sessions, whether IV or intramuscular, are very interesting.
Yeah.
They effectively hit stop or pause on the thought loops so that you can have a moment of respite to really examine what is happening and going on and take a short break from your pain in the form of these thought loops that are incessant. And that is also the reason why, in my opinion, you should not use ketamine outside of clinic.
100%.
It is too seductive. It is very easy to become addicted. If you have any history of using alcohol to take the edge off, ketamine is like alcohol times 100 in terms of its effectiveness to taking that edge off. And therein lies the danger. Yes. Because there are severe consequences to becoming really addicted to ketamine.
I will say this that was really interesting. I talked to Dr. Jen, who's done hundreds of patients now, right? And she goes, and I said to her on the podcast, in her defense, this was very interesting. I said, you know, for me, like, I don't see how anyone could be addicted to this because like it's like a journey you go on, you know? Yeah. And by the time I'm done with the journey, I'm like, oh my God, thank God I get like, you know, a few days off because you do it twice a week for 3 weeks. But she goes, no, Kevin, I just want to let you know, there are some people that when they feel that, they feel a high from that. Yeah. And I'm not one of those people, thank God. But like, she's like, therein lies the danger. And I'm like, thank you for correcting me there. Yeah. Like that's a real legitimate person that is like trying to set the record straight because some people can get that alcohol times 1,000 and get addicted and then they go finding street sources and all of that stuff. Yeah. But like it's a really crazy compound because in some settings it can be a savior and a reboot that people need and an outside perspective to look at themselves disassociated a bit, to laugh and like
to look take the edge off. To take an observer status on their own stories.
Yeah. I talk about that actually when they film me coming out of it. They go, what did you feel? And I go, Kevin was over here. I took an observer status of that, and I was able to say he's being crazy and he's his own worst enemy. Yeah, you know. And so it's like it's very challenging because, in some sense, like this is a very dangerous compound. But I don't think we need to like just throw it away.
No, we don't need to demonize it. I think it's a very powerful tool, and the risk is self-administration.
Yes.
Right?
100%.
And I will say I've seen some of the most impressive, amazing, soulful, high-functioning people completely derail their lives using ketamine and other compounds. And you just have to be very, very cautious, because my belief is, and I think this is even if it's inaccurate, I think it's a constructive, positive belief to hold, which is everyone has a molecule that will make them addictive. Everyone.
Yes.
You just don't know exactly which key is going to fit the lock.
Yes.
But everyone has the potential to be addicted.